Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this video finds you well. I want to take this opportunity to thank those who support our channel in one way or the other. If you are watching us for the first time, kindly hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and like our videos. The revelation that President William Samoei Ruto is flying outside the country at a time when Raila Odinga is calling for the mother of all demonstrations has come as a surprise to many. But for me, it wasn't a surprise at all. This is because recently, William Ruto did a letter to the European Union, to the international community, and to the foreign diplomats in Kenya. In his letter, he accused Raila Odinga as someone who had crafted plans with his demonstrations to go and invade State House, to topple Ruto's government and install himself as the Kenyan president. And in his letter, he requested the international community to place sanctions against Raila Odinga and the other Azimio fraternity because he was saying that Raila Odinga wants to usurp powers and topple a legally elected president of Kenya. Raila Odinga did not take this sitting down. He also did a counter letter where he told the international community that William Ruto is guilty because in the first demonstrations he used extrajudicial force, and both the local and international community showed the whole world what was happening, and so he accused William Samoei Ruto as a man who is trying to run away from his shadows. So as we speak, the international community has got two letters, one from William Samoei Ruto, the other from Raila Odinga. And Raila, in his last paragraph, said that they were not going to sit back and tolerate this illegitimate government do whatever it's perpetuating. So the European Union and the international community were in a dilemma. And you did not expect them to sit with the two letters in front of them and just watch things happen, because whatever is happening in the country is their concern. Already, William Ruto attempted to gag the media, and this is something that was aired internationally, because they had warned the local media that aired the first demonstrations that they will be dealt with. And then there were those leaks of the DCI producing fake and bogus photos dating way back to 2008 and warning the Azimio that those who are there, they are part of demonstrations and that Kenya was in turmoil. So all these things are just adding up to a very precarious situation. So they decided to summon William Ruto to go and defend his position, to go and defend his letter, because from where they are really concerned about human rights violation, because the international community aired some very disturbing scenes where the police was using brutal force. So in that letter, it is indicated that William Samoei Ruto is going to visit Germany and is going to give a keynote speech in Berlin, and then in Brussels he's also going to meet leaders there, and it is indicated that they are going to look at partnership, bilateral partnership between Kenya and those countries in terms of youth empowerment. But I want us to go to the last paragraph because it's what I want to talk about, that the president will also engage with the leadership of the European Union, including His Excellency Charles Michel, President of the European Union Council, and His Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission. His meeting will reinforce Kenya's commitment to Kenya and European strategic dialogue to deepen the partnership between Kenya and the European Union under the three key pillars of peace, security, and stability, sustainable and inclusive development, and economy, trade, and investment. So as you can see, the European Union is really concerned about peace, security, and stability. The situation in Kenya today goes without saying that we don't have peace, and it is even threatening to plunge into instability. And of course, we don't have peace, security, and the security is really compromised. So these people are really concerned. So they decided to invite William Samoei Ruto. So it's going to be question about things to do with security and police brutality, why he is using a lot of force on people are demonstrating, because Raila Odinga had indicated that whatever they are doing within the law. You all know that the European Union was part and parcel of the group that helped William Ruto to catapult to victory and inherit State House. But there are limits. They cannot allow blatant police brutality on the common man. So they are really concerned, and they have invited him in light of the two letters, so that William Ruto can defend his letter, can explain why he thinks that Raila wants to topple his government, why he's using extra force on the common man, and why he wants to guard the media, because all these are happening. And of course, it's also going to be put to task to explain why the DCI is lying on social media and posting very bogus photos in a bid to try and fix the Azimio government. When this has happened, Raila Odinga will also be invited to defend his letter, because when these two letters were done to them, it is a recognition that the European Union is like the prefect. They can act an arbiter. That is what William Ruto believes. So Raila Odinga will also be invited to defend his position, why he's demonstrating. And I know William Ruto will explain that we are done with elections, and our election cycle went through the process as is constituted by the Kenyan law. It went to the Supreme Court, and they declared that Ruto is the president. So he's going to tell them that Raila Odinga is doing what is unconstitutional. But Raila will go there and will tell them that I have gone further, and we have done what we call ethical hacking, and I believe I won. So he's going to tell the European Union when he's invited there to open the server. Because Raila had told them in his letter that you were quiet when the police was using force on us. Remember, even his daughter's car was smashed. And Raila told them that we, the Azimio fraternity and all Kenyans, are watching how you are going to respond to this regime of fear. That is what Raila told them. So that is the number one reason why William Ruto is going to Europe, because things are not good on them. And Raila Odinga will also be invited. And I know Raila is going to defend his position that he wants the server to be opened. I don't know how they are going to respond to this. William Samoei Ruto has also decided to fly outside the country at a time when Kenyans are going for mass action to take away the focus from State House. You see, the first demonstration was a test to both the government and the Azimio fraternity. They realized that despite using a lot of force, the ordinary man was so determined that they want to ensure that whatever their demands are met. And so on this second phase, they knew that people might attempt to go to State House to eject William Samoei Ruto. You know, State House is the official residence of the president in Kenya. So when William Ruto flies out, Gachagua will be in charge. But Gachagua does not stay and does not reside in State House. So when William Ruto is not in the country, the demonstrations will not be focused in State House, because they will know that William Ruto is not around, and so there is no need of going to State House, because who are we going to eject there? The passion of going to State House is now reduced by his absence from the country. You see, if he was there and maybe people believe that he's in State House, there will be that passion that we are going to eject him. So he did this knowing very well that when he's outside the country, the focus will be on Gachagua, but Gachagua does not reside in State House, and that is the reason why he went there. William Ruto also flew outside the country, because in my personal opinion, he could be thinking of fixing Rigathi Gachagua as deputy. You see, from the way the deputy president is behaving and the way he wants to tackle this situation is really one thing. The other day he gave a very passionate speech telling Uhuru Kenyatta how Uhuru Kenyatta destroyed this country, and the very little that was left, he's now sending Raila Odinga to destroy. And then Raila Odinga came up with startling revelations that Rigathi Gachagua presided over a clandestine meeting where they were planning how to send goons in Raila's rallies so that they could kill people. And this information has leaked out, and Raila Odinga came out and now announced to the international community, the whole world, what is happening, because the situation in Kenya is now being followed all over the world. So William Ruto has run away, and he wants Rigathi Gachagua to deal with the situation. And Rigathi looks like someone who can unleash terror on Raila Odinga and his supporters. And when this happens, ICC is watching, and they will be flying to Kenya to know who committed these acts of atrocity. Rigathi Gachagua will bear his own cross. There will be a personal responsibility, because William Ruto will say, I was outside the country. According to the Kenyan law, when the president is not around, who takes the sword or who is in charge? It is the deputy president. So it could be a trap to Rigathi Gachagua, so that when Ruto is not around, Gachagua will be indicted to go to the ICC. And when that happens, William Ruto will have an opportunity to get another running mate. It is being said that William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are not compatible. And it is said from the quarters of those who understand them that William Ruto is not comfortable with Rigathi Gachagua, and he wants a new running mate in 2027. The names that have been floated there are people like the Chief Minister Musalia Mudavadi, people like Ndindi Nyoro, who is the Kiharu MP. People are even thinking of Sakaja. Some people think that he could be thinking of someone from Nyanza. So this could be a plot to set his deputy up to the ICC, so that when the right time comes, Rigathi will go to Netherlands and William Ruto will remain here. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but these are the reasons why I think William Samoei Ruto has decided to fly out of the country at a time when Kenya needs him the most. I don't know what you think. Kindly share with me in the comment section.